What's up guys, welcome to new Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. Today we are continuing with the RPG series and the advanced AI. So today we'll be giving the AI the ability to hear and investigate. It's going to be a very easy video to follow, so let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is go into our AI folder and open up the AI controller. Again, don't mistake this with the blueprint class actor itself. It's going to be the AI controller. So let's go ahead and open this up. So it's where we go ahead and control the AI perception, the stimulus, the value object as the actor, etc. So we're gonna go into the AI perception component that we basically added, and in the last episode when we did the chasing. And the thing is that now we only have the ability, well, the AI has the ability to see with this side configuration. But what we can do is now add another configuration, and it's gonna be the hearing configuration. So now if we go ahead and open this, we can change some stuff. And for now, we are not gonna touch anything except the detection by affiliation. As I mentioned in the last episode when we did the chasing, we have to go ahead and tick all of these ones. Make sure you tick all of them because again, this is made for C++ especially, so blueprints, some things bugs out, so just make sure that you have everything ticked on there. Okay, we will control like enemy friends and stuff in our own system later on. And of course you can touch the hearing range and stuff, but for me I'm gonna leave it like that as 3000 for now. Maybe I crank it up later on, we'll see. Okay, so now compound save. So the thing is that now we have to update it in the detection. So what we're going to do is make this a bit more organized. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a new function. So on here, just add a new, and this will be the side detection. And this will go ahead and contain two inputs. It will go ahead and contain, sorry, output no, just delete that, input of the actor, and then for this one to be the actor, it's gonna be just the normal generic actor object reference, and then the stimulus. And then this will be the stimulus, if I know how to type. AI stimulus, there we go. And the thing is that we have to now go ahead and get all of this and move it into there. And basically it will just make it all in a nice function. So select everything, okay, Ctrl X, now go into our function, Ctrl V to paste it and plug it on here. Then connect the actor to be on this pin that we had, basically the one that goes into the object value. Make sure you do that, and then in the stimulus, make sure you connect it into the getSense class, and then also into the break. And with that, you can just now compound save, go back to the event graph, and then here, get the side detection, drag it, and go ahead and connect it in actor and stimulus. And with that, everything should be fine. So now we can change also this to be and chase / investigate targets. So now we will need to now go ahead and do the same but with the hearing. So create a new function, hearing detection. And basically what I use this basically make it nice and easy, so it's a nice function, more organized, right? So we're gonna get the hearing detection, drag it here, and again we'll need two inputs. So it's going to be two inputs, one will be the actor, and then I want the stimulus once again. I know how to type. And then the actor will be again type of actor, the normal actor object reference, and I'll make sure to in the event graph plug the actor into actor and stimulus into stimulus. Great. So with that said, I can make it a bit smaller maybe and add my comment color so it's nice and clear. So now in hearing, I'm gonna make pretty much the same thing. So with what we did here, so we can just go ahead and get the sense class and just make sure that it is equal, instead of hearing, side this type, this time it will be hearing. So AI sense hearing, go ahead and make a branch. And if so, what we want to do is go ahead and get the blackboard and set a value as, and this time it will be vector, because basically we will be passing the location of that sound. Okay, so in a moment we'll be creating this new value in the blackboard like we did with last time. And in this case, let's get the stimulus and break it also and expand it, because we have to get the stimulus location. Drag it here, Let me double click to make it a bit nicer, and then also get the key name, make literal name, and we have to get a name. In this case, let's say it will be the investigation location. Okay, save like that. I'm gonna go ahead and copy it so it's exactly like it is, because it has to be typed exactly. If not, it will break and not work because it will not detect it. And let's open the blackboard, and here go into new key, again vector, and then paste the name. It has to be the exact same spaces, uppercase, lowercase, and stuff. All right, and now in here, that's pretty much what we have to do for the hearing detection. It will automatically go ahead and detect them and pass it into this value over here. So we can now go ahead and save everything and open up the blueprint tree. Well, the behavior tree, not blueprint tree. And in here, what we have to do is basically go ahead and like make a new sequence for it. So basically what we're going to do is go into the patrol sequence, all right, and get these 2 tasks and just move them into the right over here, because the one that we'll do right now, it will have a bit more of priority, because we want to check first if we are hearing something. If not, but we just continue to patrol. So what we want to do is go ahead and make a new sequence. Let's go ahead and change the name into the investigation sequence. Okay, and on here what we want to do is go ahead and also do a selector, and then if so, we will do one thing or another. And yes, we want to create a sequence here, which will be the patrolling random sequence. So now in the patrolling random sequence, we want to connect this and this instead of there, and then the selector go into here. So basically now in the patrol sequence, the general one, we're checking well, we'll do in a second, but if we have not heard something, it will just continue to patrol itself. But if not, it will go on and do this here. So great, so this is great. So now in the investigation system sequence, sorry, we can now go and do the move to task. And this one, you have noticed that we didn't create it like the other ones. This is because it already comes in the behavior tree, so we can just use it. Now make sure that you go into the blackboard key and change it into the investigation location. Very important. And now we're gonna go ahead and tick the observe blackboard value. And with that said, you can change the radius and stuff, so how close it gets near and stuff. I'm gonna put it into 10, but that's pretty much, you can play with that stuff. Basically, it's the distance that will stop when it gets into it, right? All right, so with that, basically if it has a sound, it will go there. But of course, we have to control this again with a blackboard. So in the investigation sequence, just right click, add the creator blackboard, and in here, let's select the blackboard and go and change this to be on value changed. Okay, because if the value changes, we want to go ahead and basically just make the decision here. And in the boards, we're gonna say self. Okay, now in the key query, it's gonna be is set, but this time it's gonna be the investigation location. Basically, if there's a value assigned into it. And with that, after the move to, we're gonna do a wait, because basically, well, it's gonna go into that location, and then it's gonna be like waiting there, like basically imitating that is looking around, investigating. In the future, maybe we'll add a small animation, like looking around, whatever. We'll see what we can do, but for now, that will be great. Actually, later on, we'll just make a icon on top of his head. That will be like a symbol for basically investigating, so the player knows, you know what I mean? And then lastly in here, we want to create a new basically a new task. And basically the things that we have to go ahead and unset this value, set it empty, so it will go ahead and be like, okay, it has already investigated that zone. We now will empty that variable, so this will detect it as it's not set, so it will abort this and go back into patrolling. You know what I mean? So we just go into new task and go into the blueprint base, and inside tasks, again, like always, bt underscore task underscore, and this will be clear investigate value. And then we can hit enter, open this up, and like all the tasks that we do, go into functions, and then in receive execute AI, we are just gonna go ahead and create a new variable, and this will be the blackboard value. In this case, the the investigation pause. investigation pause. The name doesn't have too much, but in here we have to go ahead and do as a Blackboard key selector and make sure that you have the eye triggered on, so we can now assign it from the behavior tree. And now in the investigation pause, drag it, and then we can use this node, which is the clear Blackboard value, and it will go ahead and just empty it. So it will basically have no anymore the location for hearing, so we'll go back to patrolling. And now we just need to do the finish execute and mark this as a success. And with that, we can just compile save, go back into our behavior trees, and with that, after the wait of the investigation sequence, call that one, which was wow, we already have a lot. I mean, a lot of them were pre-made with the behavior trees, but look at our task. It's growing, you know, and it was a clear investigate value. There we go. So let me go ahead and just make this a bit more spacious, because there's a lot of already branches growing a lot. So yes, our AI system is growing pretty fast. There we go, and that should go ahead and do the trick. So actually this should already work, okay? If it detects a sound, it should go there, wait 5 seconds. Now we can just change it into 3 for debugging. You can of course put whatever time you want it to wait, and then it will clear the value and go back into patrolling or whatever. And of course, if it goes there and sees the player, because this has more priority, it will go and start chasing. So you get the idea. Now, the last thing that we have to do, because if not, nothing will work. Right now it's like always, okay? See the player and stuff, but nothing will go ahead and change. What we have to do now is make the sound, of course, because right now we haven't said that anything will make a sound. So just for debugging purposes, I'm gonna go into my third-person blueprint. Okay, let's go into third-person blueprint, and just for testing, I'm gonna say, for example, when I press, I don't know, whatever type of key, it's used to test. Okay, so let's say, for example, you press the G key. We can use this node, which was yeah, I believe, yeah, it was make noise. Okay, and we have a few things over here, so we can change things as the loudness, the investigator, the location, the max range, and stuff. All right, so first of all, we have to pass in a location. In this case, it will be the get actor location, if I know how to type, because holy crap. Okay, now yes, and then we have to pass an investigator. In this case, it will be the third-person actor itself. It's basically the one who caused that noise. And then we have parameters as the loudness and max range. Basically, the loudness is, imagine like an alpha opacity, okay, on the max hearing that he has on the range. And then on top of that, we can pass a max range if we want. But if we leave it at 0, it will just hear it with the one that he has on the hearing range, okay? So for now, we just leave it like this, okay? Just pass the self and the get actor location. So now if we press G, this should occur. Let's go ahead and just print this as noise, so we can see that everything is working. And let's see if that will work. So let me get the AI and just put him maybe over here, just looking the other way so he doesn't see me immediately. So right now he is patrolling. Okay, he just saw me. Okay, maybe put him more over here. All right. Okay, in the other part there. Okay, he's grounded. All right, so now he doesn't see me, but oh my god, you're just so good at just. Okay, so now if I press G. Okay, sorry about that. He's seeing me too quick. Okay, so let me go ahead and enable the pound sensing, so I can see what is happening. Let me just, okay, distract him, so now he doesn't. Okay, now he doesn't see me, he lost me. Okay, he's finishing his tags. Okay, so now he's continuing. So if I now go here and do a G, you can see this hearing. So now he should go into that position. You can see he's going there, but okay, he saw me. Okay, quickly go into the AI controller and let's make his site config way smaller. Okay, I don't know, maybe 2000. Okay, and this handle like 60 instead. Let's just make let's go into this event graph, and for now I'm gonna disable the site detection so he doesn't confuse myself. Okay, Alright, so now, yes, sorry about the fossil, guys. He doesn't see me now, okay? Because I disabled his site config, so he will not report it. But now if I press G, I have made a noise. So now you can see he's going into that part. He's there. He's stopping for the time that he had there to investigate. And in a few seconds, he should go back to... Okay, he's not going back to... let's make a quick test, just changing the notify observer here to, instead of value change, on result change. Alright, so I found the issue that he didn't like go to patrol again. And the thing is that I completely forgot to go into the BT task clear investigate value and actually change it to the investigation location, because if not, it was clearing the other variable, which is self factor, so it wasn't doing anything. So we have to clear this investigation location. So make sure if something similar happens that you have it like that, and also in the other variables as well, investigation location, you know, you get the idea. And also another thing is that in the third person character, it is actually not make noise, which also will work, but actually the optimum one is report noise event, okay? So I'm gonna be using that one instead. There should not be any difference, but just in case, let's put it in report noise event, as that's the one they use in the documentation and stuff. So now if we go ahead and test that, everything should go ahead and work again. So sorry about that. So if I go and enable the processing, press G, he should now go into the hearing. So basically he has to first finish his patrol route. We can change that in a second, but he will go there, be there for 3 seconds, and now there we go back to patrolling. So we can make a small adjustment, go into the patrolling random sequence and just add the decorator in the blackboard, being the key into the investigation location, and is not set. And if so, we can go into the aborts and do self. So basically now, even though he was patrolling, if he hears a sound, he will immediately stop what he was doing to go to patrol. So now he will not finish his route. So now if I press G, there we go. He instantly comes and stops whatever he was doing, go here, and now continue to patrol. Great, so now we can go ahead and go back into here and put his site detection back. I'm gonna go ahead and put his site radius back to 3000. Okay, so now everything should go like normal. So we can actually go ahead and make a quick test. So if I make a sound here, G, he will come. I think he hasn't saw me. There we go, he's there. But of course, if he sees me, he starts chasing me and going there. Now you can see that he went again into his sound for some reason. Okay, as you can see. So make sure that in the blackboard we go and back change this in the base condition in investigation from result to value change. Okay, now we can go ahead and put it back. That should be resolved. So I press G, he should come. Probably he hasn't saw me. Ah, he saw me. Okay, quickly let me test this again. Put it here. All right, G. Now he's coming into that place. He'll stop and continue. Like everything should work as normal. Okay, and then go back into patrolling. There we go. So let me just plug that again. And now he should not be interrupted. So if I press G, okay, he will hear that noise and come. But the thing is that he saw me, so now he goes and attack me instead. But if I go ahead and distract him, he will go back into. If I distract him, there we go. He will go back into patrolling, and actually he will go back into the noise and just check it, even though there was nothing. So I mean, that's kind of cool, I guess. So let's quickly go ahead and make the icon on the head of going and investigating. So let's go into UI, and this is going to be the final thing in this episode because it's been a bit longer than expected. Let's go and create a user widget, WP_, and this will be the investigate icon. Let's go ahead and open this up, and let's just get an image, just drag it here, and put it to be 32 by 32 in the side. All right, that's good. I mean, let's make it a bit bigger, 50 by 50 maybe, but we'll see what we get. And basically, let's put, for example, this icon. I don't know, the literally the first one that I found. Okay, we will of course replace it with an actual icon. So now in the let's go into his AI controller. So in here, into his blueprint. So Ctrl E, we can open his actor. Okay, where he does the attacks and stuff. And what we can do is go ahead and enable that. So basically, we can do a custom event on here called enable investigation icon. All right, and then go and get the this and add the widget. So just go ahead and add the widget. All right, there we go. So this will be the investigate widget, and we have to go into the class and find the one which was investigate icon. It's huge, so let's make it way smaller. All right, you can tune this in as you want. Let's put it here. Still very big, maybe 0.1 is a bit better. There we go. Put it here. And this one, you know what? Let's go ahead and put it on screen, so it will always match the size. And then in the investigate widget, just drag it and set visibility to be, in this case, true. But it will create another custom event, which will be in disable. Actually, what we can do is just use the same one, okay? Just do investigate icon, and then do a flip-flop. So every time that we call it, one time it will enable it, and then the other time it will disable it. So connect the investigate widget, connect the B here, and disable visibility. And also, let's go ahead and select the widget, which was the investigate widget, and let's set by default the visibility to be false, of course. Now we have to call that widget. So in the controller, in the here in detection, right at the end, let's just go ahead and say get the owner of this this controller, AI controller, cast to the BP AI. All right, put it here, and then if it is the BP AI, we'll do the what was it, the investigate icon. There we go, and that's what we will do. And if now, let's copy these two things because we have to disable it, and we will do so in the clear investigate. So right before we finish the execute, you will do this, put this here, and then get the control pound and put it here. And with that, it should completely go ahead and work. So if I do a G, it should be coming to investigate, and he doesn't have the he doesn't have it on. Make sure that is not because of the screen thing. So let's go into the AI quick, and let's put this into a weld, and as disabled, I know, but let's see. And let's do it like always. Go into the event graph, go into the event tick. Where is it? We don't have an event tick here. Oh yeah, we have it. And also put the investigate widget here, okay, in the, so it will be looking at the player. All right, so let's see if now that we solved the issue. I will do all right, he doesn't have it, right? Let's do a print real quick. So let's go into the what was the AI down here, and let's do a print right here, okay? Hello. So what we can do use instead of get owner is get controlled pound, and now yes, it will work. So let's compile. Now if I press play and press G, you can see the icon there. Really cool. So he's going into investigation, and of course there should be a better icon, but he's there, and then as soon as he stops investigating, the icon disappears, goes back into patrolling and whatever he has. Great, so everything is going ahead and working. If you found the tutorial helpful, I would really appreciate if you like the video and subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of Unreal Engine 5 tutorials, so go ahead and check them out. In the next episode, I will probably go ahead and fix the fact that we cannot damage the enemy. Okay, so fix that, because now if we attack him, we get a lot of errors. So we'll fix that. And actually, I will want to put some sounds in footsteps, so when we walk, but except the animations when we crouch, so we can sneak in, and also when we attack, we'll do some sounds and stuff. Okay. And with that, we'll see what we do more. We'll start with the boss. We'll see. So like the video, subscribe to my channel, join the Discord server. You can go ahead and share your progress with the series and also with your games. And now, yes, well, I said bye bye.